I am Nisha Dupuis and this is Finding Legends. Let's have some fun with popular Jamaican personality DuttyBerry. His YouTube career began in 2010, but he broke through in popular culture in 2014 after doing weekly commentary of NBC's The Voice and coined the phrase Chinita Goodus in reference to Jamaican competitor Tisan Chin. Berry's one-man show has resulted in a following of over 200,000 on YouTube. The DuttyBerry show features engaging segments such as the social media countdown, Answer This, and the follow-up. Berry says he was the shy kid, always avoiding attention in his formative years, but now his work has not gone unnoticed, being the Prime Minister's Youth Awardee for Excellence in Arts and Culture 2019. Berry now lives in the spotlight of Jamaican influencers. This is Finding Legends in conversation with Berry. DuttyBerry.
Hey.
I am super excited to talk to you today. You're such a radiant, funny storyteller.
Yeah.
I like that. Congratulations on your award, by the way.
Yeah, the Prime Minister Youth Award. Yeah.
Yes, Excellence in Arts and Culture.
Yeah. I'm very happy about that.
Me too. You're shining. You look good.
I think I just the sun. It's just the sun. I eat whole heap and everything is alright.
I hear you just had red pea soup.
Yeah, I had red pea soup from a nice cook shop. Like, you need to visit one of the cook shops. Like, so if you want some good fried chicken, Jamaican rice and peas, it's really good.
I need some.
Really good, especially the dumpling. But let me not.
Fried dumpling or just like?
No, this was boiled dumpling, but nice.
Okay.
I'm telling you, the red pea soup.
Okay.
Muy delicioso. I don't know.
All right. You've chosen quite an unconventional career path.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm wondering, when did entertaining people become so important to you?
I think it started actually in high school. I kind of grew up like as a nerd.
Yeah.
And then I realized that I wanted to sort of be cool and engaging, so I sort of would kind of present stories to my friends. And what would happen is that I would have said it's like me and my mother were kind of up and down, you get me? And so often, like, when she would beat me and like punish me, you give trouble or whatever like that, I would come to school now and I'll present the stories to my friends. But how I would do it is in an entertaining way.
Okay.
So if me and my mother had an argument and she threw something at me, I wouldn't come to school. I would think that I'm coming to my friends and I'm saying, hey Nisha, you know that my mother threw this at me and it cut me right here and but my friends heard the way I deliver the story, I'd be like, I'm gonna jump over this, I'm gonna drop on the ground, I'm gonna look like when we're on cold drop down, and I'd say the stories in such a way where my friends just thought it was fun.
Wow.
And in my mind, I'm just sharing my pain.
Yeah.
But it was actually how I delivered stuff. So that's when I realized, so wait, maybe there's a way to how I speak that is entertaining. And so I guess it just stuck with me as I got older.
I feel that. So do you remember the day when you decided, you know what? I want to be a blogger. We're going to go on YouTube. We're going to create funny stories.
Yeah.
When did that happen?
I mean, I think that happened one day. I left. Someone else says.
Oh God, this is.
All right.
Okay.
So I left from high school. Did I leave?
Did you?
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Then I went to a party.
Yeah.
And I was drinking.
Okay.
A little alcohol and stuff.
Yeah.
And when I came back home, I was a little intoxicated. I was a little tipsy. And somehow I went on Facebook, and this is before Instagram, so I went on Facebook, and I think I did a video. And when I woke up the next day, I saw a lot of messages. So when I played the video, apparently I was a little drunk, and I went up saying I'm going to have my own show one day, and I'm going to have fans, and I'm going to do different topics, and who knows, maybe if the show blows up, I'm going to have my own fan page and my own audience. And I was like, wait, I said this? And so a lot of my friends were like, yo, you should actually do it.
Wow.
So when I saw that, I was like, you don't want me to do something like this? Because this was just something I said, I guess I was intoxicated. Randomly said it. And so the next day I decided to just put out a video. So when I head to you, I did a video talking about if guys preferred fluffy girls or slim girls. And the video kind of did well, online. And it was good.
I'm curious, what was the consensus on that discussion? Fluffy or
Yeah, because at the time Spice and
Kumpate,
artists had that song.
Yes.
Sim girl, I better you can do this. Yeah. So that's, you had that song. And so it was a trending thing. So I went out, well, it wasn't really me because I was kind of shy at the time.
Yes.
So I had my friends. I would be the videographer.
Right.
And I'd be like, so if me were friends in the class, I'd be like, Nisha, so I have a video, you know, like, you can't go out and ask a couple of the youth them this question for me.
Yeah.
So because I was still shy and if I want to put myself in front of the camera.
Yeah.
And so that was the first video, and most of the guys said that they would want a slim thick. So there was slim, but they want a little, you know, want too fluffy, but they want a little, you know, a little something on the slimness.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
so that's, yeah.
All right.
The contest. I don't know about 2020.
All right. So okay. So I'm really interested in your childhood.
Yeah.
Because you mentioned to me that you grew up with your mom mainly, and you moved about a lot.
Yes. I moved a lot, over 20 times.
Wow.
And yeah, my almost, hit, like towards like the 3 decades, So I've moved a lot.
How did that affect you, that constant moving up and down, up and down?
I never realized it affected me until now, when I realized that since I've been on my own, and I've been on my own for a couple of years, like probably 5 years, and I've moved about 4 times.
Wow.
And so I'm realizing I'm even starting the same pattern, and I'm like, why? Because this is idea that I'm just supposed to, so to stay one place and to have that sort of stability, that is pretty much new for me, and to the point where I never really had a lot of friends. You get me?
Yeah,
so I have consistent friends. So it was until high school where I formed like really solid relationships. And so for now, I used to just see people as like, hey, I enjoy you for now, but I know eventually something going to happen, you're going to migrate, so I always see everything with an expiry period.
I feel that so deeply, because I moved about a lot as well.
You went through that too.
Yeah, but then did that affect your ability to perform now as an adult, to be consistent with your work? How were you able to still consistently put out work and have a stable presence online?
It's actually a challenge. It's very much a challenge because I'm a big procrastinator, and I'm also.
Who would think?
Yeah,
you are a big procrastinator.
No, I'd have a solid week.
Yeah.
Of, you say like, okay, 2020 vision board,
What?
I'm going to have my goal.
Headset.
And I'll go forward like the first 2 weeks. I'm like, yes. 3rd week come, thrown off.
Okay.
It's like I can't keep it for too long, and especially being a YouTuber and somebody who I'm not always on. I'm not a big extroverted person. You get me? I came here and I'm just like, I'm kind of nervous, but I have to remember that there's a DuttyBerry thing that's a switch.
I really must find out, Dutty. How do you beat that urge to procrastinate? Someone's listening at home and they're like, I would love to do that, but I can't.
I think I look at the people who inspire me, and every time I feel like as if I want to complain, I'm just be like, if that person didn't complain, and that's where that person got. So when I think about the Oprah, the Tyler Perrys, the Ellens, when I think about those people, and even somebody like a group like Anna Beyonce, and watch one of her tours, and I was just like, wait, she was a mother and she was doing all of this, and I'm thinking about, hey, I have a lot on my table, and when I think about somebody else, I'm like, there should be no excuses for me. I'm on that grind phase, like I'm still young. This is the time I'm going to have the most energy and the most creativity, probably to do the things I want to do. So why am I going to sit back and then allow somebody else to attain my dream? Okay, that hurts. You sit down and you wait and you have a video idea that maybe you had an idea that said, hey, let me go and interview the social media personality, and you sit down and be like, and then tomorrow you get up and you see another person. You see this girl called Keisha, and she went out, went to Hope Gardens and did the interview, and you're like, look at that. And you're looking at it and saying, I could have done a better interview than her. And you know in and of yourself, and you realize it's just because of doubting yourself, procrastinating, overthinking, that you didn't get to execute.
Limits you. And you know what I love about your work as well? You're funny. You bring that entertaining vibe, but also you're interested in a social good. You like to use your platform to talk about these issues. Why is that important to you?
I think maturity as well. So over time, I've understood that even when I do my social media countdown videos online, that I am basically a brand ambassador for my country, and so I have to be very mindful of the messages that I put out there, because I'm representing the Caribbean, and so how is it I'm going to communicate? How is it that I'm going to help to elevate the discussions that young people have? So whether it be like recently, there was a lot of discussion about violence against women in Jamaica, and so I believe that, hey, sure, it's nice to talk about like what Spice and Vibes Cartel and you know, who and who did they in a relationship and all of that drama. It is also important for me to touch on these issues so that I can help to impact and change the minds of the young people, because when you think about, like, you know, this idea that men feel as if they own women, and that anything that they dictate that a woman has to comply, and if she doesn't, then they have the ability and the wherewithal to go and say, I'm going to abuse you, I'm going to put my hand on you, I'm going to harm you, I'm going to harm your child. I'm like, yo, that's something I don't stand for.
I'm glad.
And you have to start the conversation.
I'm glad that you're bringing it up. So you think that the issue with the gender-based violence is because men are possessing women in an unhealthy way?
I think it's just how men are raised, like how we are raised in terms of feeling as if, you know, we're the head of the household, and not realizing, say, with a lot of responsibility, you know, a lot is expected. So most of us just think and say, yo, we're the head, that means we can rule, and don't understand and say, yo, in order to rule, you have to listen as well. You have to be compassionate. You have to be respectful. And it comes into this whole idea that we, as a man, no one should violate you. And how dare a woman, so you're allowed to go out and cheat if you want to cheat, but if a woman dare so hug her co-worker, that is immediately a no-no. And so I can put my hand on you, and sadly most of the women, they don't have that strength yet to understand, so yo, they can leave these relationships because the men have such a power over them that they feel so intimidated that they don't have no voice, so they don't feel they have the ability to move. And when they do try to leave, we see the stories that they're killed. And so I just felt that I wanted a space where people can, you know, think about it, reflect, because we all know somebody, we all have a friend who's been in a domestic, you know, violent situation. And I just thought that, you know, me putting that on one of my videos, it would help to make people more aware of it and try to figure out where are the relevant agencies that they can reach out to if they're in that situation. So
as a young man, what is your message to a woman who is in a domestic, who is in an abusive relationship? I know.
I mean, rough, because of when you say like leave, but the way, you know, the way the men them operate nowadays, like just leaving is not enough. I'm just saying, like, even from before that, just try to look out for the signs and don't try to jump into a relationship too early, because, you know, we all have baggages. And when we jump into a relationship, we present the best parts of us. And so if it becomes to a question, like, I don't think any woman should jump into a relationship and don't even try to have a conversation with an ex, to have an idea. You don't have to have a big sit down, but you need to have an idea of the person's pattern. What I would say is just like spend a little more time to research, given what is going on, to really dig deep and just to understand. And when you do realize that this man has a pattern, because there will be a little sign, if you realize you said that you're going out, and the man say, no, you can't leave without me, or you have to do this, and see these things as a sign. See just like, okay, and kind of put one foot out the door and try to navigate your plan to say, how can I leave from this situation? And speak to a friend. Contact somebody in the police force. There are so many agencies in Jamaica. I know one of them is Women's Inc. that you can call to for support, and just reach out. That's what I'd say. But it basically comes down to just spend a lot more time selecting your partner. Do your due diligence. I like it. That's a profound message, and it's very unfortunate what's happening right now. On another note, I want to know what's next for Berry. What's next for DuttyBerry? Boy, I honestly, I would love to be in a position where I am the Tyler Perry / Ellen of the Caribbean. To be honest, like I'd love to be able to do something. And like what you do now, I love in the interview. You're doing an excellent job. By the way. Wow. No, I was upset. Like, you know, I've been in a couple of interviews. I'm like, you're really good. Okay. You're really good, and so I am developing a love to just interview and just to understand people, because you just come away with a different appreciation, and I'm sure it's a similar thing. And also in terms of presenting news stories and information, but also in an entertaining way. I understand how the landscape is right now. People don't want to hear like, oh, in 2004 they want the information to be presented in a relatable, casual way. So whatever I do, that's what I want it to be. So I feel in the future I want to have a talk show. I want to take the DuttyBerry social media countdown to something where Trinidad, St. Kitts,
Angola, Dominica, yes.
Dominica, the BVI, like they have their own social media countdown, and
yes.
So it's a franchise right across the Caribbean. I love for that to be the place. In the same way when people head to New York and they're excited to get tickets to come to the Wendy Williams show.
Yes.
I'd love it to be a case where I have my show where people visit Jamaica, and once they're here, they're like, yo, I have to show up and be a part of the DuttyBerry show. I want to be in the audience and feel the energy.
Yes.
That is the sort of vibe that I really want to bring to this Caribbean space.
I see it and I feel that. And listen, Berry, I wish you all the success and abundance for your life. And thank you for joining us and having such an important conversation with us today.
Man, it was very great. And you did a good job. That's all I can say. You did a really good job.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. This is Finding Legends Season 1. I am your host, Nisha Dupuis. Thank you for watching. There is so much more that we have to offer. You do not want to miss the dynamic individuals that we will be speaking with on our upcoming shows. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notifications for more videos.